The breast cancer you may feel one day as a lump in the shower may have started 20 years before. We now suspect that all the epithelial cancers— breast, colon, lung, pancreas, prostate, ovarian, the ones that cause the vast majority of cancer deaths— may have been growing for up to 20 years or more. By the time it's picked up, it may have already been growing, maturing, scheming for years, acquiring hundreds of new survival of the fittest mutations to grow even quicker, better undermine our immune system. So-called early detection, like mammogram, is really, really late detection. People are considered healthy until they show symptoms, but if we've been harboring a malignancy for 20 years, we may feel all right, but we haven't been. So many people who do the right thing and improve their diet in hopes of preventing cancer may very well at that very moment be treating it as well. Cancer prevention and treatment may sometimes be the same thing. Over the last decade, a new theory of cancer biology has emerged: the cancer stem cell. Normal stem cells are involved in organ repair. Stained here in red, they travel around the body, sit and wait until there's some damage, and step in and replace whatever structures are necessary. Lost a little skin here, bone or muscle there, need to regrow a new tooth? These cells are ready and willing. And the best part, they're built to last a lifetime. But those same qualities— migration, colonization, proliferation, self-renewal, immortality— can be used against us when stem cells go bad and decide to build tumors instead. Cancer stem cells may explain cancer spread and cancer recurrence. That may be why cancer tends to come back. There may be no cure, only remission. You can have a breast cancer relapse 20 to 25 years after you thought it went away, thanks potentially to cancer stem cells. Our current armamentarium of chemo, drugs, and radiation is based on animal models. If the tumor shrinks, it's a success. But lab rats only live 2 or 3 years. All these new fancy therapies like anti-angiogenesis, cutting off the blood supplies to tumors— that's great. But the cancer stem cells may be like, fine, I'll go somewhere else and grow another tumor. What we need is to strike at the root of cancer. Treatments aimed not at just reducing tumor bulk, but rather at targeting the quote-unquote beating heart of the tumor, the cancer stem cell. Enter broccoli. Sulforaphane, a dietary component of broccoli and broccoli sprouts, appears to inhibit breast cancer stem cells. Breast tissue naturally has lots of stem cells, right? Your body never knows when you're going to get pregnant and have to start making a lot of new milk glands. Researchers recently discovered this compound in broccoli that may destroy cancerous stem cells and keep them from going rogue in the first place. Estrogen receptor positive human breast tumor. Here's an estrogen receptor negative breast tumor. Let's add some broccoli juice. Going, nearly gone. Stem cell hotspots before and after the broccoli. In this landmark study to find out which vegetable was best at suppressing the activity of the enzyme used by breast cancer cells to undermine our defenses, mushrooms came out number 1. But that was just for plain white mushrooms. If that's how regular mushrooms roll, then think how good the exotic varieties may do. So they put them to the test, comparing regular mushrooms to wood ear, criminy, oyster mushrooms, Italian brown, enoki, button mushrooms, which are just baby versions of regular white mushrooms, stuffing mushrooms, which are just big white mushrooms, shiitake, chanterelle, and portobello. We already know what this one is here. Remember, 60 to 65% drop. White mushrooms, the original. Most of these other mushrooms are stuck up there in celery carrot land, but one beat out our regular fun guy. Which one do you think it was? Wood ear, criminy, oyster, Italian brown, enoki, button, stuffing, shiitake, chanterelle, or portobello? I never would have guessed this one. Better than plain white mushrooms? Big plain white mushrooms. In conclusion, these studies suggest the daily intake of the common white button mushroom may have a significant cancer-preventive effect with regard to breast cancer development. White button mushrooms are relatively inexpensive and readily available in markets across the United States, and therefore are a feasible addition to any dietary plan.